Alright, let's do it. Account review 2024. So I might make this a series depending. If you guys want me to do it more often, then sure, right? I don't mind doing it. But for now, today, we'll just focus on this one individual account. So here are the criteria, right? So what am I looking for in account review? So obviously you gotta have I will look at the characters that you have. Supports, I try to give you feedback on which character that you are able to obtain to improve your game. So I also look at DPS, of course, very important. And DPS we're gonna try to divide into two, right? One is going to be a single target and one more is going to be AoE. And then of course we gotta have a look at some of your characters with CC. That's also very important for you to be able to look at those things. And of course, last but not least, healers, tanks. Gotta make sure you have those important roles and see what you're lacking in. So this guy, Chocolate Thunder, apparently he's been having difficulty in doing raids. So let's help him out. So this button, this individual wants me to log in with Apple. Ooh, Apple! Ooh, Apple. Account review part 1. Alright, number 1, I can already see some big issue. Number 1, you're a broke boy! 390 gems! Very, very big issue, alright? You can't be a broke boy in 2024. Number 2, you have a lot of stamina. You can't have a lot of stamina and not use them. You're over-capping your stamina. This is bad. That means you cannot regenerate stamina. Let me guess. If I go to your cafe, yo, you got 96% right here. Look at this. 96.4%. You have a lot of stamina. So what is your progress so far in the game, right? So obviously, you say you're struggling in a lot of areas. So let's see. Are you able to do the last stage? You didn't even do the last stage. You're still struggling on this one. So what would be your struggle? You don't have... This one needs yellow character. So clearly you don't have Cherino, Yori, I assume. Nonomi. Those are going to be shine right there. How are you still the third stage right here? And there's ×3 right now. Are you not farming this one? You gotta stop missing out on this, right? The event, there's ×3 right now. You gotta you know, take advantage of that. So that's one mistake that you're doing, alright? Obviously. Are you... So where are you using your stamina? I guess you're mostly using it here. How's your progress in this? I hope your progress is... You haven't touched that since launch. Why not? Hello? You're not playing the event? I mean, I don't expect you to finish the challenge, but at least reach area 4. Dude, the event has been out for 3 days now. Use stamina on events. So that means you're not being efficient with your stamina, right? So you gotta push to area 4, at least for this one, you gotta push to area 4. So this, I understand this conquest is a bit different, maybe you're confused. And also by farming in stage 4, you are also getting more characters, you're getting more credits as well. I can see you have 200 million credits, so maybe you don't care about it as much. I'm gonna check your students and you probably have a lot of students not built. Let's see. How about your character roster? What are you struggling with? So you're level 74, but you're level 81, but your students are level 74. So let's have a look then. So Shinso Oshino, good character. I mean UE 30, right, for now. Not UE 50 yet. You should probably get this one up. This one is very important. If you want to prioritize any skill out of everything, it should be this one. Because this is the one that, why you want to use her, right? Give her the cost recovery. You should get this to level 10. I'm going to let you do it on yourself, on your own, so you basically, hopefully you pay attention to that, right? So especially for Shinso Oshino, that's going to be very, very important. Also considering leveling her up, I think it's important to level up your characters to as high as... Like you're level 81, why are you not leveling her up? Is it you don't... Oh, you don't have books. Yeah, again, you have stamina cap here. And you don't have books. So here's the thing, right? Let me ask you one question. What are you doing every day with your credits? Are you not buying... like any of you watching this, right? If you have a lot of credits, you are doing it wrong. That means you are not... I assume you are not buying this every day. You should be buying this every day. If you have too many credits, that means you are not doing this every day. Convert your credits into EXP books so that you can level up your characters. Don't just let your credits sit there. Clearly you don't have EXP materials, right? Try to be more efficient, right? This one you can buy every day. Those are a scam. It's not a scam. It's not a scam. It's actually worth it. Because especially for someone like that has like 200, 100 million credits, he don't have any of these books. He got like 3 of these. So you should be buying that every single day. Okay, let's see. You got Mika here, you got Yori, UE30. None of your characters are maxed out, which again, you are struggling because you don't have books. Maybe you're not doing raids as well. So you got the yellow characters covered. You have the strong character. It's just that you didn't build them. Okay, so that's one thing. That you gotta build the characters, right? Having the characters is one thing. So in Blue Archive, people seem to think that, okay, I just need to pull a character. Sure, you pull a character, but you also need to build them. Building them is hard. Pulling characters is easy in Blue Archive, but building them, it can take months. So this way you gotta like think carefully, who should you prioritize? You should probably prioritize Mika right here, right? If you can. But especially Hoshino for this particular one. The sub skill. We have Saori right here. Okay, that means you are covered for the single target raid damage dealer. And then you have Swimsuit Hanako UE50. Alright, that's very good. That is actually very good. Okay, so you have her relatively built. Not completely max, but this one, I get that this is very expensive to upgrade that. From 4 to 5 is like 10 million credits. That's a lot. Okay, let me just focus on your striker units and then we're gonna jump into the... You have LF but wasn't sure who to UE50 first. If you're not sure who to UE50 first, then don't UE50 anyone, keep it first. Don't rush in making decisions. This is where people destroy their account, they rush in making decisions. Never rush just because you have the currency right there. If you're not sure who to LF, who to UE50 or UE40 first, just keep the currency, wait for the next raid, and try and target and prioritize based on that, right? For example, like current raid is Perorozilla. If you're struggling in Perorozilla, consider like, you know, putting in some investment into some characters that are good right there. Like for example, Perorozilla, the one that shines the most is probably Hinata, right? Okay, let's have a look. Tracksuit Yuka, you have that covered, that's very good. You have Asuko, Swimsuit Hina, you have Izuna, you have Koharu, very good. You have the best healer. So Koharu, you got Swimsuit Koharu here. Your skill is not level up. So here's the thing, right? I think you gotta focus on one area and then just for your DPS characters, right? You just have focus on one for the time being, right? If you're new, just focus on one strong single target. Focus on one strong AoE. And then you go from there instead of trying to build multiple, right? So for example, I understand that Swimsuit Koharu is an AoE character, right? Right here you can see she is an AoE character. Same goes for Chise. And since you are new, it's going to be harder for you to build both. So I would say focus on one. They are both AoE characters. Do you really need both? Instead of having her level 74 at 11111, and then having Chise at level 69, but she's like 47774, I think it's better to focus on one. Either choose Chise and try to max her out if possible, or Koharu in this case, right? Instead of splitting up you're literally splitting out your resources. I mean, as right now, you already level her up to 74, you cannot reset this sadly. For Blue Archive, it's not like Nikkei. Once you level out a character, it goes into it. So it seems like you are trying to split up. You're still deciding between Chise or Koharu. They both are really similar in terms of what they do. So later on, of course, once you get into late game, you can worry about terrain. But for now, I will focus on a character that is that can fill that role. In this case, AoE characters. So just one of them. Same goes for Wakamo and Hasumi as well. I think you're making a mistake building them both, especially if you're a new player. Because Wakamo is a single target mystic type in terms of blue damage dealer, right? Same goes for Hasumi. Hasumi is also a single target damage type. And you have Hasumi and UE50. So why are you building Wakamo? I think that's probably the mistake that you did. You're trying to build her. She's level 74, but she's 1111. Okay, and then her gear is... I'm not saying Wakamo is weak, but as a new player, right? Focus on one area first. People told me to build multiple units because of raids. You can't. You just can't. You cannot build multiple units. Building units is very expensive in this game. You shouldn't build multiple units. You should always borrow. Never focus on building your own characters. If you need Wakamo, borrow a Wakamo. Never build your own. Because now you have a Wakamo that's half-S, that's level 74 and skill 1111. Are you going to use her in the raid? No. you're never gonna use her in the raid because she's gonna suck ass. Once you have an established account, then sure, you can slowly branch out to build multiple characters. But because you don't have anyone that's maxed out yet, like for her, she's not maxed out yet. She's 4477. She's not even T8 and she's still level 69. I would say focus on, you should get started on building a Yuka. She's really strong. I'm surprised you didn't have her at, not even UE30. You didn't even have her at there. Okay. You should consider farming her shards. She should be one of your priority or focus because she excels very strong in PvP. What is your PvP rank like? I'm guessing your PvP rank is very low. Maybe you don't take PvP seriously, but PvP do give you, oh my god, you're rank 1000? Just get your Yuka up, you'll be able to be in rank top 500. You can never build so many characters in this game as a new player, right? I don't know if this guy is new or not, but from the account it seems like he's trying to split up the resources, right? So my advice for you, right, for now, here's my advice. Build Swimsuit Oshino and Mika. These two are going to be staple. Focus on building these, leveling them up even further. Tracksuit Yuka at 74 is fine. Yeah, this is fine. If you can level up the accessories or the gears, go ahead. But she's fine, she doesn't need that much. And then for blue AoE, focus on either Chise or Swimsuit Koharu. I will vouch for Chise, right? Because you already have her skills level up. It's probably easier to level up Chise than to level up Koharu because you probably don't have the books yet. And Trinity books is quite rare or scarce, I would say, because you're competing against a lot of other good Trinity characters as well. So focus on Chise for your AoE blue. As for Mystic type, you can focus on Tracksuit Asumi for now. Wakamo later on, alright? Once you probably don't need both of them actually, because they feel really similar role. And you can see you're building Mid Aries as well. Again, Mid Aries is also... Mid Aries and Tracksuit Hasumi, they do the same thing. They are all of these are single target Mystic type damage dealers. And you even level up to 4733 instead of trying to split up between 3 single target Mystic type damage dealers. So your only explosion damage dealer for now is going to be Saori. Let's see. Saori, very good. She's a very strong character. Definitely, you have Saori, you have Azusa. This is for your red type. Okay, Azusa is not built, which is fine. I think just focus on Saori for the timing. Can't refund books? Yeah, you can't refund books, sadly. You did not build Musuki. You gotta build Musuki, man. Musuki is very important. She will be able to help you in a lot of situations. She's probably one of the better... But you do have Aru, so they are sort of similar. Although I think Musuki's AoE is bigger. They are both from Gehenna. I don't think you want to focus on both. Just focus on Aru first, since you already have her. Whoever that's more invested. It feels like Aru is more invested than Musuki. Okay, you have Momoi, that's good. Momoi and Cherino will be able to fill your need for an AoE character, right? Let's have a look at the special, right? Because I need to look at your special to have a look at... Okay, you do have Akko. Very good, very good. You gotta max out this skill. This is very important. Especially for your level, for your standard, because you seem to be on a newer side, you gotta max out this skill. This is very important, alright? So Akko needs that thing for sure. Max out Akko, max out Himari. Where's your Himari? Ooh, you don't have Himari. So if you don't have Himari, you most likely are going to need Kotama. So consider investing a little bit in your Kotama. You have Hibiki here. Shizuko swimsuit is right here, alright. Swimsuit Shiroko can remove Himari, but I guess for now that could be a replacement. So you have Serena build, that's good. You have the characters. Clearly you have the characters. You're just not building them. You're just not doing things efficiently. You're just leaving your stamina cap, and you're not buying things that you should be buying from the shop. Okay, I was about to say, do you not have Maki? You do have Maki. You gotta build Maki, but then again probably do you have Ui, regular Ui? This is the swimsuit Ui. Do you have the regular Ui? Okay, you don't have Natsu. That's kind of tough. I can see Perorzilla is going to be extremely difficult for you. You don't have Ui. You don't have New Year Kayoko. I think your character is not bad. I will list down the characters that you need to try to look out for. But for now, so you can do hardcore. You can't do extreme. Yuka is probably one of the best tank for new players to build because you get her super early, right? Like everybody gets Yuka super early on. You can't, if you can get this to UE50, I mean not UE50, to T2 of the unique item, she's gonna be insanely strong. Between Yuka and Tsubaki, who is better? I feel like Tsubaki might be better still. With the exception of the current Grand Assault, the Perozilla, Tsubaki can't be used there. But anywhere else, I think Tsubaki can still be used. Or 3x farm Tsubaki shards, right? Every time, don't do it right now, because right now I don't think it's running, right? But always do it during the event. Pay attention to that, especially during the hard event. So you should be farming the Tsubaki shard, but you didn't even play hard. So those are going to help you a lot, for sure. Like a lot. Like you can see, Tsubaki's, I think Tsubaki was available for at least 2 to 3 different stages, right? Probably focus on Tsubaki first, because this raid, you're done. You can't, there's 2 more days, you can't do anything for now. So just focus on Tsubaki. Yeah, these are your priorities, I would say. Focus on these 5 first. And then afterwards, once you have finished these 5, then you can start focusing on your Mika. But for now, maybe even if you... Okay, your Mika is decent, it's UE30, right? But if you have an option in raids, you will still most likely borrow someone else with max and UE50. I mean, your account is not bad actually. As long as you have Swimsuit Shiroko, Mika, and you also have the New Year, Swimsuit Hanako, it's pretty good. Like, yeah, it's better than most players actually. You just gotta focus on building them a bit. But for now, you are missing these characters, which are going to be very important. Ui is very important, especially important for new players like you, because you don't want to be borrowing Ui, right? Because you are new, it seems like your account is somewhat on the newer side. You want to be borrowing like a damage dealer. So most of the time when you borrow damage dealer, you cannot borrow Ui. So you're gonna need your own Ui, but you don't have an Ui. So she might be someone that you will have to consider looking out for. I would consider her. Now Shun is probably the best character. You know, she's the PvP queen, undeniably. She gives you extra 3 costs at the beginning of battle, so obviously, just kind of obvious. If you have her, you're most likely going to win battles. There's in the top, I would say top 250, almost everyone, I think everyone has Shun. There's not a single person that don't use Shun. She's just super flexible. Once you have her, she's just going to be permanent character, permanent unit in your PvP team all the time. You don't have to like take her out at all. New Year Kayoko. Now I do think that, you know, if you can get New Year Kayoko, she is going to be very good Mystic buffer. Very strong. Probably one of the strongest one, right? I hope you can spook her one day, right? You don't have to like rely on... I wouldn't go all in on New Year Kayoko because she's only good on Mystic, which is blue type damage dealer, right? So for yellow and red, she's still not that useful. I think Ui is probably the more flexible ones. I would prioritize on Ui over her, but she's very strong for sure. Himari again, extremely prominent buffer. I think she's very good. Really strong character. If you can get her, she's gonna have her own banner. Somebody say on June, so consider that as well. Could be an option. You want to look out on that. There might be some other banners that come alongside during that moment. Pay attention with that and see if there's any other characters that you can pull, and then maybe can use the spark on her. So that's going to be something to consider. And then Yuya Fuuka is a limited character, right? She's going to be one of the stronger buffer as well. She also half the cost similar to Ui. If you have, I saw you have Mika, she pairs really well with Mika. In a lot of situations, she's going to be very good with Mika. So consider that as well. So she will complement your Mika very well. And I think Mika is going to be your strongest damage dealer for a long time in a lot of raids. So definitely consider these things. So yeah, that's my advice for you generally. I think your account is actually really good. Just got to improve on the characters, build them, right? And that's about it.